She's, mark my word, we will hear her name in the future if you don't already know who she is and you haven't already heard her name. But Miss Tahera Rene Christy, she is a dynamic entrepreneur. She's an influencer. She is of nothing else, someone who says yes. You can ask her to do just about anything, she's going to say yes if she can find the time to do it. She is the founder and president of a nonprofit organization. She also has a business called Amore Fruit. It's a beauty brand, and she'll tell you about that. She also has a consulting business, and the meal that you enjoyed today, she also is, she makes, I want to say the name right, is it Kalu Kitchen?
Kalu Kitchen.
Kalu Kitchen. So she has that business as well. And she really is everything that her business is about. She is about self-love. She is about well-being. And she takes pride in making all of her products that she's going to tell us about and show us. And you'll get an opportunity to have some of those products. She'll talk about that. But her influence does go very far. Just recently, she won an award. I mean, she's winning awards all the time. I've seen her on social media, her influence. I've seen some of her talks, her blogs. She's been on a lot of shows, podcasts, but really, ultimately, her message is about helping women, helping young ladies also to be the best, to enjoy self-love, and to use products that are good for our bodies. So please welcome Miss Tahera Rene Christy.
Yay! Who I am is I'm all about healthy self-esteem of others, and there's not a lot of structure in that. It looks differently for different people. And so one of the first things I want to do with you girls is to do an icebreaker. And notice there was 9 of you, so we're going to break off in 3 sections, but you cannot be in a group with someone who's currently at your current table. So you have to pick someone from a different table. I want to say her name, 1 word that describes her personality, and 1 word that describes her hair today. So for example, my name's Tahera, I'm fabulous, and I am, let's say, I'm summery, because I feel like my blonde is just so giving summer right now. Anyhow, 3 minutes to pick your names, and then one girl from the group is going to introduce the other girl is going to introduce one of the other girls, and the other girl is going to introduce the third girl. So you got to talk. So pick your groups. You got 30 seconds. Ready? Go. I hope that felt great to you, because number 1, who you are and what you believe and what your value system is and how you present yourself to the world is so important. First, value system is what you stand on. No matter what happens, no matter who comes your way, no matter what situations in life happen, I am not going to do this, or I am definitely going to do that. I'm always going to have this stance, and people are going to see me as that person because this is what I believe. And how many of you guys, how many of us, even at my age, have created a value system that we govern ourselves by? And the reality is not many. And that's why I want to talk about it, because your value system directly correlates with who you feel you are and how you present yourself into the world and how people see you, how they perceive you. And so you put out exactly what you expect people to give back. So let me talk about my value system. My husband happens to be a blonde-haired, blue-eyed white man. Okay, that's how we were able to make this little stallion right here. Hey, amen. Because I also was valuing the things that I did instead of who I was. Because as a singer, as a performer, as an actor, as a personality that people saw, they valued my talent over me. And just because you can dance and you can sing, that's not who you are, it's what you do. You're all daughters. That's a title, that's cute. It's not who you are. I'm a mom, it's great. It's not Tahera. Who I am is who I decide I'm going to be. And so for me, it was really important to figure out who that girl was. So as I wrote, as I sang, as I danced, as I cried, and reminded myself how awesome God made me in his image, which was perfect. And I clicked the acceptance of that fact. I discovered my power. And I realized no one ever had to tell me any of this. I just had to get mad enough to do the damn work. Sorry, we cuss a little. I love Jesus though, okay? I had to do the work. The point is, I want you guys to know your worth is in who you believe you are. And who you believe you are is centered in your value system. So I've got a worksheet over there that we're gonna work on and talk a little bit about what your values are. You're gonna write down what your value system is based on. Now this could be on anything, could be based on, for me, it's integrity. My integrity means everything to me. Why? Because my integrity is my character. My character is who you see that I am based on what I put out. And so it is super important to me that when I say something, like this is old school mindset, word is bond. Have you guys heard that statement? I know we have. Rap songs from the 90s use the word is bond, okay? Meaning when you say you're gonna do something, when you say you're gonna be somewhere, you're gonna be there on time, you're gonna be prepared, you're gonna be ready to go. You could share. Sorry, I only made 11. Yeah, don't turn the page, girl. But I want you to realize how important it is to be a person of integrity. No, that's what I won't do and what I absolutely will do in every situation, so that the consistency would suggest that when it comes to Tahera, I know she's gonna be honest, whether it hurts my feelings or not. I know she's gonna do exactly what she says she's gonna do. I know that she's gonna show up on time and be ridiculously reliable and give her A game in every situation, whether she's talking to 10 people or 10,000. That's my value system. So now that you know a little bit about mine, I want you girls to figure out what 3 values you're gonna govern yourself by and give yourself the why. That's important. And your value can be something you will not do, but make it at least 2 of them something you absolutely will do no matter what. So I'm gonna give you a few minutes to write that stuff down. Yes.
Well, 2 of mine are kind of the same, but I put being compassionate, creative, and understanding.
Love that. So those are good foundational rules. Go ahead.
I put stay positive and open-minded and put myself out there when it comes to like music and singing.
Nice.
And then always forgive others, even if they don't do the same.
Beautiful value system, because that helps you ultimately. So those are great. Those are great opportunities for you to establish who you decide you're going to be. Let me tell you a little bit about amour propre. Amour propre means self-love in French, and that's the name of my company, not Calou Kitchen. I have both of those, but amour propre was my baby that I created as a result of that journey of self-esteem that I talked to you girls about. And I started, in this generation, it's really hard because you guys, you say you value accountability, right? But nobody, and honesty, but people tend to want to be lied to. Make me feel good. I've had friends of mine say, dang, T, do you always have to be honest? Yes. And that's okay if you can't call me for 6 months until you're ready for my honesty again. I accept who I am. That's a value, and you have to see it as that, because there's a double-edged sword with everything. If you want to be nice all the time, like kind, I want to be kind to everyone, a lot of people are going to run all over you. And you have to figure out how to navigate through that, because that ends up being who you are. Right? So Amour Propre was created out of my low self-esteem and then developing self-esteem on my own, by myself, for myself. It was the most selfish move I could have ever made, and it wasn't selfish at all. Self-care, self-love is not selfish, it is mandatory, especially for Black girls, because nobody's coming to save us. Nobody. I don't care how much he likes you. I don't. He's not coming to save you. You got to be your own person no matter what, no matter who you are. So I started making personal hygiene products because as a very smelly, very undercaring tomboy who played sports all the time, I barely wore deodorant. And now I make it for a living, which is crazy. But I didn't care. I didn't care. Nobody taught me how to care about that. I had to figure it out. And through all the hurt and through all the pain, I now have created over 500 personal care items, from everything to help men to yoni products to help women in their personal hygiene. And so I do have some gifts for you girls today. I also made leave-in conditioner that is amazing. It sells out on Amazon all the time. And it's because it came out of my pain. I was able to create a world for myself based on just my sheer honesty with myself. Like, T, you're better than this. You can do more. No matter what the haters say to you, just keep moving forward, because guess what? The haters usually take the front seat to my success. I can't tell you how many times somebody who has told me that I'm never gonna be nothing or I'm not good enough, and they're like, you shouldn't do it like that. I'm like, bet. I go do it like that, and then they're like, oh my God, that was so great. I'm like, I know. It's within you to be great, no matter what anybody says. So real quick, for me, your hair is an extension of who you are, but more important than just your hair, understanding who you are and why you are and what you stand on and for is way more important. And we can talk about social media all day long and how it's influencing girls to, and with AI, oh my God, the impossible standards of beauty that are out there are going to make you feel less than a person because that's what it's designed to do. So you have to find a way to find out who you are, what you stand for, what's important to you, where your values lie, so that no matter what anybody says or does about you, you understand you were put perfectly on this planet for your perfect purpose. Your purpose is perfect. It's not going to be the same as hers. It's not going to be the same as hers. It's not going to be the same as hers. And that's okay. We all have value. So with any other questions? You guys are good? Well, thank you guys for having me. I appreciate you.